What is your name? She will wake up on the beach. She will stand up and open her eyes. The story will end at the same place where it started. Great Sunny, you are welcome to this new world. Your new world. Now that sun has risen, when moon shows its face, the place will remain the same. When the time comes, the decision to stop everything will be yours. And above all, never forget this. It is you, and only you, who puts yourself in this situation. You chose it. You gave it importance. You created its being. And always remember that. Thus, the universe was created. The smell, you recognize it well. It's the smell of the sea. The weather is really, really bad. The wind blows strongly against your face. It feels rather cold, and logically, a little girl is standing in front of you. That's a strange way to wake me up, don't you think? Did you sleep well at least? Wow. That's new. Not a single second of my existence did I ever think that sleeping could be a bad thing. You just told me that you can sleep badly. And teaching me something here is both unusual and, at the same time, common. What does it even mean to sleep badly? Having nightmares, for example. Meh. I really don't think nightmares will ever be my bed here. Still, I learn things with you around. You must be some kind of psychopath who came to kidnap the little girl I am in this story. But I think you're funny, and looking at you more closely, you don't give me the creeps. Got any other stupid questions to ask me by any chance? Who are you? My brain seems to ask me that sometimes, but I think knowing is beyond my strength. I mean, for a morning, it's a pretty annoying question too. Existential. Ah, hell. I'm not good at this stuff. Let's pretend we don't know each other. Can you tell me where you start? Or can you tell me where to start, please? Do you at least know your name? I thought about it carefully, and honestly, the most logical answer to that question seems to be Umi. Alright, hello. Don't you think? No, I'm thinking of something else. I thought, like, Umi was like a word for ocean. I think I'm thinking of Uma? I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of. And what are you doing here, Umi? You sure ask a lot of questions. That's kind of the point of an introduction, though. Am I the guest? Or the one welcoming you? Let's say I'm the one welcoming you. Otherwise, we'll never get anywhere, and I hate it when conversations get awkward. This is a big effort for a child, you know, so be nice to me. The most accurate description of this pile of things around us, made of small, scratchy grains, and large buckets of water in front of them, is more commonly called, by most people on Earth, a beach. Since that seems logical and normal, I suggest we call it a beach too. And that makes perfect sense. Let's say you had a choice. The rules here are actually quite simple. and they've been the same since the beginning. I still remember them like it was yesterday, from my very first breath of air, from the moment I opened my eyes. You just had to live. You just have to live. Live. Live? Yes. Live. I haven't found any other official rules to this day, but I know that you have to live. It's strange, but the moment you imagine any way to stop it, the universe will never leave you alone. My body seems made to live. It does everything to live, to survive, all the time. And how long are you gonna keep ignoring it? Tell me. Whoa. Some grains seem to have mutated and changed color, but I don't imagine anything cool about it. That beach over there is much denser than normal and escapes all logic. It completely escapes my understanding. Anxiety rises easily there. The times I tried to venture into it were never good experiences. I feel like I keep nothing from them except a vague traumatic memory. It's like an answer trying to reach me. I feel like a message the beach is sending me, but my brain will probably never accept. I even feel like I already exploded there, just looking at it. There's nothing more to say, and it must have been an eternity since I last dared to step foot there. I can call that thing paradise. Ask yourself, damn it. Ask yourself more question, damn it. What can I expect from someone who hesitates over her own name? But damn. Is this hell on earth or what? What is this mess? Don't you want to be reasonable and try to get out of it a little? The world doesn't change by standing around doing nothing. Your world will never evolve, Umi. I've lived long enough on this beach, and believe me, the line between hell and paradise is very thin. Here, days are as long as they are short, as noisy as they are calm. What's the point of having ears if you hear nothing? What's the point of having eyes if you can't cry? What's the point of having a mouth if you can't scream? I know that reference. I have all the time in the world to think. But if there's one thing I never forget, it's that always, and that will always help me, it's that I am, and will remain, a child. And the child likes to play. So don't you have a choice? You're gonna play with me. Did I make it the wrong option already? What do you want to play? Yeah! That's something you never refuse, playing. Well, I think you can see it. It seems pretty logical. We're on a beach. Weather is perfect, so we're gonna do my favorite activity today. Do my favorite activity here. Sit down. You've been sitting next to the little girl for at least 1 or 2 or 5 hours. 5 days, maybe? The notion of time now feels completely abstract to you. The more you think about it, the more you realize the universe isn't that horrible. The world seems neither peaceful nor more chaotic than before. It is as noisy as it is beautiful, and as terrifying as it is terrifying. Oh, I read that wrong, sorry. It is as noisy as it is silent, and it is as beautiful as it is terrifying. There is something magnificent about doing nothing. Eventually, you think of nothing but the sound of waves. But just as you begin to dream away, the little girl suddenly interrupts you. Do you know the story of the very small ant? An old story my mother must have told me, I think. I didn't think you would have a mother, although I don't really know much about you. Or maybe it was my dad? It's the story of an ant so small that all it could do was observe the vastness of the world around it. For her, seeing anything else was inconceivable. Her friends, at least twice her size. The leaf that served as her bed, at least 5 times her size. The tree, so big she couldn't even see it in her field of vision. And the river, don't even talk about it. Its current looked like real black holes to her. No escape for the poor little ant, faced with such an oversized life. She kept thinking and thinking. Was it her who wasn't made for this world? Or was the world that wasn't made for her? How could she live, so fragile, so innocent, and above all, so small? And by thinking too much, lamenting and crying every night, the mere idea of what her brain might look like made her panic. Her existence slowly consumed her. Maybe dying would help me think less, the little ant thought. I can see where this is going. It was on her deathbed that the ant finally understood who she was. By overthinking her life, by being so overwhelmed, wasn't she, at the end, the greatest thing to exist? At the moment of her death, the little ant felt more alive than ever. But what do you do when rest does not exist? You know, the real misery of this world is understanding things. I thought being careless was the solution, but I realized that the second you became aware that you are breathing... Shit! Damn it, what'd that say? I pressed the button twice on accident, sorry. I don't know how or why, but we're doomed. You and I are both overwhelmed by all of this. I know it turns out there isn't such a big difference between us after all. It's mostly about who will enjoy thinking the most. Who will want to discover more? Who will stop first? But above all, who will be the most afraid? Meanwhile, fragile little things like me often end up breaking. Not an ounce of solution, not an ounce of hesitation. There is no answer to the question, who are we? And you, have you ever felt small? What was the end again? Can you remind me of the end of the story? Come on, entertain me, Umi. I've always had trouble with your humor. It always ends up hurting me. You'll have other moments to make me suffer, and you'll never hesitate. I know you as if I had created you. A child does not think. I am your father, your creator, from the very second you opened your eyes. I know you, and overthinking has been your strength, Umi. You're better when you don't overcomplicate things. Become that thing that can be broken into thousands of pieces again. You do it so well. Your existence is pitiful, so as pitiful as you are, let me tell you the true meaning of things. Someone like you will never move forward, and will remain stuck believing that something good will come from their existence. But know this, life will give you no answers. And when life gives you no answers, you must create them yourself. So do you want to have fun, my little ant? Of course. Yes, I do. What more could I expect? I'm just a little ant on the beach, going in circles forever. Might as well change the ending sometimes. Thank you, Sonny. May life carry you away as it carries others away, Umi. Oh no. No. Life sometimes feels like it's going in circles. The little girl on Earth tells herself this forever. Welcome back. Sunny. She will wake up on the beach. She will stand up and open her eyes. The story will end at the same place where it started. Great Sunny. You are welcome to this new world, your new world. I think I should be more compassionate with her, probably. Like, with things I say to her and the answers I choose, I think I need to be more compassionate. Because that last thing I said was, like, very impersonal. Like, just tell me the end of the story again, but I didn't ask what she thought. I think maybe... Well, obviously, if I ask different questions, it changes the ending. But still. So is this, like... Am I playing from the perspective of someone who's created a child robot thing? Is that what's going on here? And they're like torturing them or something? I guess I'll see more when I get more of the endings. But reading this dialogue now that I've beaten the game or gotten an ending is interesting. You're a child, so be nice to you. Okay. Did I make the right choice by saying tell me here, or is speak more accurate? I think speak is like aggressive, so I think tell me is still the right option here. Sorry. That's really creepy. I'm sorry for bringing that up. I didn't think it could be so... Like I told you, nothing good comes out of it. It's hard not to see it, but my brain prefers to pretend it doesn't exist. Let me distract you. Would there be something that would make you happy? Yes. Yes. Can you play with me? Please? Oh, I still don't get a choice. That's upsetting. And what about you? Umi, everything fades. You'll fade too someday. But for now, on this beach, there are no more questions to ask, ever again. You don't have to wait for the end to understand something. Truthfully, you've never been as free as you are this morning, this sunset. The very definition of flowing water. If you don't know who you are, then create the answer to that yourself. Have fun, Umi. Who do you want to be? That's funny when you put it that way. I'd like to be dramatic, but for once, it doesn't sound so bad. Answer accepted. Let me think now. You know what? I think I've thought enough here. So from today until my next awakening, I've decided to be a little girl on the beach. Perfect. And have you ever tried going into the water? Yeah, several times, and you know very well that I hate it. Alright. But have you ever tried going into the water as a little girl on the beach? No, never. Do you think that would change the fact that I don't like water? I don't think the little girl on the beach loves the water. I know her. She'd rather be on the beach, I guess. Yes, but when the little girl on the beach enters the water, she turns into a little mermaid. All you have to do now is transform. The little girl on the beach wonders if a mermaid can drown too. Do you want me to drown? You think a lot for a child. That's true. But you know, children are capricious. Capricious? Hold on, what's that say? Looking that up.
Capricious.
Capricious. Characterized by arising from or subject to caprice. Impulsive or unpredictable. Yeah, it sounds like children. But, you know, children are capricious too. The little girl on the beach is very capricious. So let me have my whim. And come play with me, Sonny. Umi walks away. She is happy, or at least, she seems to be. It may be the first time, and the last time you see her like this, but it makes you smile. A kind of pride. Like a father watching his daughter. And yet, you already know it. Life will not often be so gentle with the little girl on Earth, asking why. Asking why. Umi is just fine tonight. She falls asleep peacefully, or at least, it seems that way. Good night, Umi. Ah, I'm a good guy. I just got that achievement for good guy. And also, Umi went to bed. That's nice. Welcome back. Alright. So from what I gather then, there are 3 endings probably, right? There's this ending, which is the good ending. There's the ending I got last time, which is maybe mixed, because I didn't give all bad answers. And then there's gotta be the bad ending, which is when you give only bad answers. Which is where you're rude to her, and you don't ask, like, personal questions. I assume that's what that is, right? Do I want to do that, even for content? I don't know. I don't know if this is even gonna make much of a good video, to be honest. Just because it's so much shorter than everything I'm used to making, but it might be a neat change of pace, so... I kind of want to see more, but maybe it's better to just leave it this way. After all, that first ending was a real doozy. Man, children with knives, they should really stop holding those things, man. I'm gonna leave that the way it is. I think. I might make this a video, I might not. After all, this is my first time using the VTuber model, and maybe it won't be successful. Maybe I'll prefer the PNG tuber model to this. But... yeah. I like this. I wish it was longer, but I guess it's kind of the point that it's not supposed to last very long, right? So... yeah, the setup for this game is very interesting. I think the general idea... it's very much talking about, like, father and daughter, or, like, mother, throughout this. And especially on the playthrough, it seems like we literally, it mentioned it in the beginning and the opening of the game, but it seems like we literally created Umi, or our character did, and we get to choose how we treat her, but no matter what we do, she always just wakes up, and yeah. Starts over again. I don't know if leaving it here after the happy ending will really change much, but I'm pretty happy with that. So I think I will leave it here.